Welcome, adventurers, into another official session for our official campaign. When last we left our heroes, they were once again inside the dungeons and newly discovered dwarven ruins underneath the hamlet of Filzar. There, they battled two groups of kugwor. Both of the times they were ambushed. Both times you were victorious, but after the second battle, the kugwor, your equipment, and especially Orlos, were left in a lacking state. You had to run away from the ruins. Bolin and Orlos are once again broken. Orlos, your skin currently looks like a jigsaw puzzle, since since you received so many acid spit attacks by the kugwor and were...
He was literally dissolved before
yeah,
our
he was
eyes.
being dissolved exactly, and then Bolin healed him, right? So forcefully healing the skin, yeah, it's kinda an unpleasant sight at the moment.
It helps my good looks.
No.
Well, let's just say you won't have any points with the ladies with that face.
Just think of the stories I can tell.
You're definitely not going to win any beauty pageants, that's for sure. And,
I will if I'm the only one standing.
Not even then, sorry.
Mother Nature took care of that.
If you were competing in a beauty pageant alone, right, you would still lose. So.
Oh, that bad.
Yeah. You casually walk outside, carrying Bolin and Orlos with you. The two dragonkin accompanying you carried some of the equipment and tools from the forge for the blacksmith, and that's about it, right? You go back, and after about 2 hours back in the inn, Bolin and Orlos regain consciousness. Orlos is still pumped and aggressive, but he is looking around, right, and he realizes that he is in the inn, and he is not attacking anyone at the moment. Bolin is his usual hopeless self, just kind of wailing, and wailing.
No hope, lads, no hope.
Basically, yeah.
I'm just gonna say one thing.
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe that is his natural state.
Slowly starting to be, apparently.
The two dragonkin companions that were with you, they take the tools, right, and they tell Ratika something, and she translates in with a thick accent and in a poor Lomach language. She translates that they're taking it to the blacksmith, and that they will explain what they found to the blacksmith, right? So he knows.
I just do this. Just show this to Dragonkin.
We thank them for their help.
As they're leaving, yes, she translates, and they just bow. You can see that they are looking at Bolin kind of strangely, right? Their gaze is fixated on Bolin as they leave the inn.
Okay, so that was before they both of them awake.
Before they went and reported to the blacksmith, yes. You stay for the rest of the day.
No. We do not.
Okay.
We have 8 hours to heal up these wounds.
Yes.
Okay, then.
I don't want them to become permanent.
Okay.
So I will go outside of the inn, and I will go to meditate to restore my
resource
points. Yeah.
Bolin, will you come with me? We should pray to the god of death that we are alive another day.
I'd say it's hopeless, but it's not. I will join you in the prayer to the one. Praised be his name and glory, and the dwarves, the beautiful dwarven boys.
Garvin and Bolin proceed to partake in the resting activity of praying. While they do that, Orlos decides to ruminate upon his actions. Oracle successfully meditates and restores 6 resource points. Together with Bolin, he managed to heal all the sustained wounds of his companions. After that, Oracle secludes himself and ruminates on his training and time spent with his mentor, the dwarf Barthrend, restoring some of his lost sanity points in the process. That evening, the group sits down in the inn and discusses the ruined state of the armor of Orlos. Orlos, Garvin, and Oracle visit the blacksmith and take Rathika with them. Bolan stays in the inn to play with his baby griffin. Unfortunately, the blacksmith does not have enough tools and materials in order to fix or make a new set of armor for Orlos. Orlos leaves his ruined armor with the blacksmith. Disappointed, Orlos and the rest return back to the inn.
And I go to Bolan and I tell him, "Hey, little man, give me the drinks. I know it's not ready yet, but I'm not sure I'll survive tomorrow's trip to the caves."
We're going to the caves! Again!
That's what those two
Lovely.
idiots are thinking. So
Lovely, I can't
let's
wait.
go for a drink.
Oh yeah, that calls for a celebration.
Because I think it can be our last night.
Never, laddie. We're going home.
you,
We're always safe home.
you see my armor of human muscle? That's all I have.
You have the blessings of the wand. Just open your heart, laddie.
Nah, the one is just a story.
You'll change your man one day. Okay, here we go. And I hand him the vial
You
bottle.
go back to your room, right? And you
No, I go behind the inn under those apples, sit there and drink all alone.
And you drink all of it?
I'm outside drinking. I don't know where the night's gonna take me.
You drink all of it in one go, right? There wasn't really that much. It hits you like a truck, and it's disgusting, right? It's bad. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you drink all of it, you regret it completely, because you realize that you have just wasted what could have been some good quality alcohol in a few weeks' time. You have wasted it, and there is no bringing it back.
Yeah, but I was aware of it.
But you still lose a sanity point.
There is a way to bring it back.
And I'm sitting behind, chilling out, drunk,
Yeah.
sad, naked.
Wait, you're naked?
No, it's
Not
not
completely,
not
not
completely, but
completely.
yeah.
I have my pants on, if it helps.
The rest of you go to sleep, and inside your rooms, where Zorlus just falls asleep there
Under the tree.
under the trees, under the apple trees, right? Just sad with the vial, with the flask in his hand. You wake up the
Do we
next
hear
morning.
him sobbing?
No. You wake up the next morning and you come down. You see little fruits and foods on the table, and some sort of delicately made figurines with draconic motifs on them. A few of them on the tables, right? And as soon as Verbat sees it, right, he's ooh, shiny.
No!
No.
No!
Bad verb. Bad.
Bad Verba! Bad Goblin!
He looks at you and he's like, shiny.
No taking it, Verba! Just looky, no touchy. Are we clear on that?
He looks at you and he doesn't respond. Like, he's just like looking at you and then looking at that and back at you, back at that.
And that time I'm entering as well. I'm telling him,
Verba.
well, but take whatever you need. Anyway, we won't survive a day.
Or else you don't even know what's happening. You enter the inn,
I
right?
heard him screaming, the poor creature. Whatever you want. Anyway, we won't survive a day. That's it.
Okay, so Orlos hears but like screaming shinies and whatever, right, and arguing with you, and he enters the inn still hangover from the almost pure alcohol that he drank. And he's like, but take whatever you want.
There's no tomorrow anyway.
I'm just looking at almost like, are you fucking drunk?
No, maybe.
Where did you get? And then when I say that, I'm like fucking born.
No, don't blame the little man. Don't blame the little man here.
Oh really?
Oh, really?
Born. What did you give him?
I only gave him what was his.
Wait, you gave him a pure alcohol. Are you fucking
No,
nuts?
you know it was diluted a little.
A little.
I do not
Just
count that
enough.
as
It was like just 90%.
67.
Oh well, today we are not going anywhere. Might as well sit and see what's with everything here.
But do we
I'm looking at the rabbit.
And I'm just sitting at the table, not asking questions, starting to eat that stuff that's on it.
Okay, and you see, it is still fresh and warm, and there's even a couple of pies, meat pies in there, right? And you're like, "Ooh, boy,
What's going
Yeah,
on?
it's a feast.
nice."
Almost wait.
No, waiting.
Wait.
Maybe our last meal. Let's go, guys.
You're like,
Stop
almost
behaving
wait.
like a child.
You're like, almost wait, and he's like already greasy, right? And he's like grabbing things, and you're looking at the food, and it's slowly disappearing in front of your eyes.
I grabbed a meat pie before he ate it.
Yeah.
I grab one too.
You grab some of the
If
food.
I'm dying today, I'm not dying hungry. That's for sure.
You grab some of the food, and it smells so nice, and you start eating it, and it tastes so good. And then Radhika comes out from behind, and she looks at you, and she comes to you and starts saying, "Some villager come, they bring gifts." And then she looks at Bolin. They bring gifts for the chosen.
I'm like stopping eating right now. Like, what?
What?
What do you? What?
For what am I chosen?
She looks at you, Orlos, and is like, no, sorry, no, you. And then she points at Bolin, and she's pointing at him. She says, "Chosen."
Little man?
What do you mean, lassie?
No, he's dwarf.
No, wait, we'll let her finish.
You bring people back. Defy death. You chosen.
Hey, boy.
Yes.
Ask
He
her
is
one-
The one
raised.
who told me to be
He
his
is
hand.
raised by the one.
Aye.
She
Made one
look-
bless you, child. And I put my hand on her forehead.
You just
she looks and gives you a little chuckle and says, people say chosen by dragons.
Oh. Like, I'm looking at Ball and I'm like,
What?
go with it.
well,
Just
that's
go
a
with it.
story easier to believe than the one. At least dragons are real.
Or less.
Or less.
Don't go there.
You say the same thing as you did to Essen about the griffin. Now, don't push it, laddie.
Wait, I'm asking,
Sorry, little one.
who exactly said that about Bolan being chosen?
Are you jealous?
Some people, dragonkin here living, two that came with you, they say about Bolan and his special powers. And then the little goblin, but he already took the little draconic figurines, right? And they're already in his pouch, right? While you were eating. And he looks at Bolan and says, "Yes, Bolan powerful. Bolan like Shumin. Bolan get shiny more power."
It's said that I'm looking at all of the idols there. Like, how
Which
many?
ones?
Which ones are gone? Do I
What?
understand?
All the figurines? Oh, they're all gone.
Oh,
Yeah, but put those back now.
Arkal, don't.
He looks
I
at you
hear
like,
you in one word.
what?
I'm doing something really simple. I just grab him by the leg.
As you grab him and start like shaking him, those little small wooden draconic figurines start dropping, and he's like in the air. No, trying to grab them while they're falling.
I just pick them up and just go put them where they were supposed to be standing.
On the table.
Yeah.
On the table in front of you.
So yeah, I'm sorry, little one, but he is chosen by the god of death.
Did Essen really teach you anything about our faith? Did he ever mention it?
Essen speak some interesting things, but Essen no force. Essen leave people to choose.
Good of him.
Isn't it smart?
Right? Sounds like a story for children when he says it, right?
Like, ignore this drunk idiot.
It sounds comforting.
There is no greater comfort than the mercy and grace of the One. For he will show you the true way, and he will light up your path. No matter
Can we
how
at least
hard it is.
eat without it?
Oracle starts
Let us
preaching a
eat.
little bit, and then Oracle is like, "Oh no, not again."
Shut up!
Oracle, you get a destiny token.
And he will destroy all of your enemies, and you'll bathe in the blood of them.
This one again. Hey, Stinky, shut up
Okay,
as well.
no.
Yeah,
That's
this
good.
Oracle kind of like finishes with all, "Oh yes, it's so benevolent, it's so good," and then Garvin chips in, "Oh yes, especially the part where we drink the blood of our enemies."
I'll drink from your skull.
Okay, you eat the lovely meals that were prepared, and this alone restores a sanity point for you.
Little man, now when you're this
Again.
chosen one, demand them to bring you some alcohol. They'll have to.
You're mad.
No,
He's just drunk again.
no, I'm not drunk. Shut up.
Oh, come on, man. We go like.
Okay, Bullen.
Just tell them.
You need to relax a little bit with the drink, laddie.
Yeah, I need drinks to relax. That's right. So tell them to find it.
This is good for you, actually. Like, you can clear your mind a bit. Regain yourself and find your path.
A little man,
Not clouded with the fumes of alcohol.
little man, I'm about to go in a fight with
This-
no armor.
This
You're
coming.
not-
I will protect you, laddie. What are you afraid of?
I
Nobody
got
did
only beautiful Amy to protect me, and I'm not doing that shit sober.
Of course. The one blessed dwarven weapon that ended up in your hands, laddie. It is bringing you straight to its home.
You're forcing me to throw it away.
No, laddie, you just go in and chop and slash at those beasts that are taking our ancestral rights. I mean, just go there, like.
Wait, are we going right away?
No. Stand down.
What do you mean stand down?
Both
are you
of you.
talking about?
Wait.
Oh, wait, what?
Wait,
Bullen,
wait,
before-
wait! I have a brilliant idea. So,
Patience
down
is a
there-
virtue
Wait,
you
wait.
need to learn, Orlus.
That's right, but shut up now. So, down there are dwarven ruins. Correct me
Aye.
if I'm wrong.
Oh, no, you're not
And
wrong.
I like the dwarven ale. Let's go back and find it.
I do really doubt we're going to find
Listen,
ale.
Really?
listen to me. Listen here. We need some time to rest. We can't
Yeah.
just go straight ahead.
Yes.
Unsure of how exactly to proceed, and despite Bolin insisting on returning to the ruins as soon as possible, the adventurers take a day off and relax. Bolin mostly plays with his baby griffin, while the rest talk with Radaka about the hamlet Filzar and its denizens. Before nightfall, however, the two dragonkin that accompanied the adventurers into the ruins come barging into the inn. With the help of Radaka, they explain to the adventurers that a group of mercenaries known to hunt down the castless have been spotted near Filzar. The dragonkin ask the adventurers for aid in dealing with this threat, and the adventurers oblige. However, the fact that there is around 20 of them does give pause to the adventurers. The adventurers quickly don their armors and rush outside Filzar to meet this threat. After about 20 minutes, you're outside the little maze of ravines, right? And they take you, and after another 20 minutes, you're still relatively close to the hamlet, right? Still in the hills and woods around you. They show you, and you see a large group, around 20 of the dragonkin, right? Going around the place, scouring the area. You can clearly see that they are searching, going patiently and slowly.
Garvan, perfect time to make them fight each others.
No, yes, but do we see any banners or anything?
From a distance, you can see that they are wearing the similar equipment. Most of them are carrying shields and maces, while some of them have mauls and crossbows. You are not sure if they are light or heavy. It is too big of a distance.
Well,
so you wait to see what's going on, and they are close to each other. Judging by their movements and how they keep the line and keep their rank, you can clearly see that these are well-trained men. You're fairly certain that there are no spellcasters among them, but it is obvious that these dragonkin are soldiers, former soldiers, mercenaries, or something like that.
They're on the hunt for dragonkin, not on us. That we could use to our advantage. We could present ourselves to be the lost adventure.
So I can, get them to fight each other.
Well, if it comes to that.
I like the idea, yeah.
If it comes to that, listen.
No, we're gonna do that. It's perfect.
Okay, wait.
Okay, while Oracle is discussing the strategy, right, Garvan is already heading out.
I'm like,
as soon as Orlos sees that, he's like, "Not without me, you bitch!" and then starts running.
No, I'm just pulling them back. Like, no, wait.
Really? We are kidding.
Just a second. Oracle, you're pulling Garvan and Orlos back. I'd like to see that physical contest. I really would.
We are pulling him forward. You really want to do this?
Oh yes, and you two have advantage because it's the two of you at the same time, right?
Yeah, he completely failed.
Oh yeah, so Oracle tries to grab you too, but he just gets stuck by your clothing, right, and by Garvan's armor part, whatever that he's trying to grab a hold of, and the two of you are just kind of going forward, and he's in the back, and you're just like passively carrying him.
Stop, you two idiots! You're going to blow our cover. Stop!
And the two dragonkin are unsure what's happening, right? And they grab their weapons and like they're gonna charge. But since Bolan was still at the back with them, he shows them, no, stay there. And since
being dragged, like, you two idiots, stop! We need a plan, not to charge in on them.
And as you are saying that, right, the other dragonkin spot you, right, and one of them in front just raises his hand, and everybody holds. And the Bolan, are you gonna approach them or what? Or are you gonna stay there?
I'm showing the two dragonkin and go down.
Okay, they do.
Enjoy the flow.
And then I go closer to.
Okay, you go closer.
The group.
Okay, while we are approaching, I'm just telling these two idiots here. We are going to present ourselves as lost adventurers.
You look lost.
Yes, exactly.
No, we are here to
We need
kill
to
you. You
find-
look lost.
We need to find out who they are and what they're doing here.
And make them fight each other, yes.
We shall see. We do not know if we can send them away.
They approach you, and you can no longer whisper without them hearing you. And
Him?
one of them starts speaking in Draconic, which you just like
I don't bloody understand you.
you just don't
If he starts
understand.
speaking in Draconic, I return the same way. I start speaking in Orcish.
I like start speaking Lormar
Okay, you start
and
speaking.
Artarian. I will repeat myself. Can you help us? We are lost.
Okay, so you speak that in Lormarhin and Artarian. The dragonkin that went in front, he looks at the others and says something, and one of the other dragonkin comes over. He tells you in Lormar, greetings.
Greetings.
You seem to be lost.
Aye, that we are, laddie.
Yes, we kinda are. We were scavenging for food, and well, it's really great to see another humanoid out here in the wilderness.
He takes a long, good look at you. Then his face kind of changes and he starts speaking with the other person that is next to him. The dragonkin that speaks Lormark, he's the one that carries a shield and a mace, while the other guy, he carries a maul and a light crossbow. And as he's talking to him, he continues on. He's basically just ignoring you, right? And he continues on talking, and then the dragonkin that's in front of you, he does this and starts kind of giggling, right? And he turns back to the other guys and starts saying something louder, right? So that everybody else can hear him. And the other guy, you can see the other dragonkin also like doing, pointing at you and just like kind of speaking amongst each other. And
Are you happy, Arkeld?
Wait. I know it's funny that we got lost, but we are.
the other dragonkin that speaks Lormark, oh no, it's not that you are lost. It's I recognize you for.
Really?
Who are you?
Garvin,
We do not recognize you.
Garvin, do the thing.
Well, we
Wait.
have never met, but we have heard of you.
Garvin, do your thing.
No. What exactly do you hear about us? Because
You are
stories.
the four shipwrecked adventurers, former members of the Voidbreakers that did a big fuck up in Rezex, are you not?
Rezex?
Those stories are over exaggerated, and yeah, we are those. But I must tell you that
He comes one step forward, right? And he says, "Oh no, personally, I think it was beautiful how you gave out to the high priest and how you fucked up the ceremony. I mean, it's hilarious, right? But so there's no need for modesty here." And then he says that, just kind of laughing.
I put my hand on his shoulder and tell him, it was all of my doing.
and he looks at you. Oh yes, yes. Yeah, we heard stories of you. Yeah,
And I'm not a dwarf. I'm not a dwarf in the story, just to let you know.
The dwarf, and then he points at Bolin. That's the dwarf, right? Okay. And
This guy's gonna kill us.
and the leader is kind of laughing, and he kind of snaps his fingers at the back, right? And he tells him something, and one of the dragonkin provides big what looks like a water skin, right? And he brings it over to the leader. He opens it, takes a few sips, right? And he hands it over to you, Orlas. You take it, and as you smell it, the sweet aroma of alcohol, properly distilled alcohol.
It gets a smile on my face. I ask him, man, can you tell me what you guys doing here? And I take a sip.
They tell you, oh, nothing. We are actually doing some of our duties, patrolling the area and searching for any renegades or others that might pose a threat to our society.
What a coincidence. And I take another sip, give it to him so he can drink with me.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying to do the same. we are trying to, redeem ourselves. We checked the area behind. We are going and we got lost.
You fought the fucking trolls.
We killed a couple of those, yeah.
The leader says something, right? And the other guy translates. And he says, our leader here is curious. It's been weeks and weeks since you left Rezex. How did you survive?
Hunted for food.
Can I tell you, I'm
see,
a pretty good hunter, not just good in making mess.
we are slowly starting to start out here. We are failing to find any more food.
I recall that's gonna be an influence.
7. Should I reroll that? Boys, what do you think? Should I reroll that? It's only 7.
No, it's gonna be fun.
Yep. Don't worry, I'll get us out of it. You see, these are my peeps.
Nope, I should reroll that, probably. Oh,
Nice,
for fuck's
nice.
sake.
Nice.
4.
I guess I'm gonna do my thing.
No, stop. Give me a chance, I'll take care of this.
Oh boy.
You say that, right?
Yep.
But the dragon, he translates the dragonkin. The leader kind of looks at you, this time more suspiciously, and says something to the dragonkin, and he says, "Oh, really? You don't seem to be hungry. You actually seem like you're very well fed. That Orlos still, well, he doesn't say you by name, right? But he points at you and he says he still has grease marks all over his face, like he had a big feast recently."
Yeah, I had Arkal make me meat pie this morning. He's such a good girl.
And he looks at you and he says, "Really? And how did he make you a meat pie?"
Well,
What
it was
utensils?
it was more of the meat without the pie, but we like to call it that way.
Well, it's an ancient dwarven recipe. I might tell you that.
No, you already.
You take a rabbit, right? Then you skin the rabbit. Then you cook the rabbit. And you put it between the leaves. So the juices will stay in, laddie, you know. Give me that bottle here. Let me explain it to you, laddie, here. Come on here.
Orlos, do you give him the bottle?
Of course! He's my little man. Bolon, you were saying.
Another influence, this time by Orlos or Bolon.
Listen here, laddie, I have to tell you something, right? I'm talking to the dragonkin. Just to warn you, we have come across the Nosmer invaders, like, you know.
Oh, nice. Bolon Destiny token. Okay, so
they are around
you start
the area.
explaining, how you made the meat pie and the improvised dwarven recipe, right? But in the middle of that, you kind of skewered the conversation towards Nosmer invaders, whatever. And the dragonkin seems interested, and he wants you to explain further, right? So you start talking about the invaders that you met on the way, but you present it as if though you met them close by and whatever.
So long ago.
Yeah, not so long ago, yeah. So after you finish your little story, the leader tells something to the dragonkin that's translating everything, and he says, "You seem like the kind of people that we could use in our ranks. If you wanted, you could join us. What my friend here suggests is, if you join us, we would procure new official documents for you, and you would once again be legally welcome within the walls of Rezex."
Do you guys 1941 discuss it? Just short.
Yes, if you want to discuss it, that is fine. We will stop and rest here for a while, and we will continue on within the next 15-20 minutes.
And can I keep this?
Oh yes, sure. We have lots more.
Oh, guys, you are giving me some good offers there.
Somebody's joining.
And do you have one armor for me as well?
No.
Well,
If-
if
It's negotiations.
if you join our ranks, you would be properly equipped with arms and armaments. Yes. Not here, we do not have any spares, but back at our headquarters in Essex, yes.
Okay. Okay, then we shall just discuss among ourselves and get back to you.
They
Yep.
got back, they kind of make a makeshift camp. You see, like different dragonkin have different parts, like some have tents, others are carrying flasks, some have rations with them, right? So they just kind of set up a little makeshift camp and start eating, resting a bit. You can see that they eagerly eat like it's been some time before they had a break, right? You go back slightly,
Yeah.
so that they can't really hear you speak. The adventurers debate amongst themselves what to do. After some back and forth, they decide that fighting such a large force of professionally trained soldiers all at once would probably end up in a disaster. Instead, Garvin makes a good suggestion. Lead them to the caves where they fought the trolls and use the terrain to their advantage and fight them there. The group agrees. They lie that they will join the dragonkin mercenaries, and then, together, they spin a story how they saw some dragonkin that could be one of the castless, and lead the mercenaries to the troll caves. Yet, during their travel towards the caves, the group gets to know the mercenaries more. It is because of these interactions that they realize that the dragonkin mercenaries are neither evil nor deserving of death. Talking with them, you realize that they're not some bloodthirsty savages or something, right? They're just ordinary dragonkin, just following orders, just doing their job. One of the duties involves gathering all those that may be perceived by the rest of their society as a threat, which in this case would be all the dragonkin that rejected the caste system, right? You kind of start a little conversation with them. You're asking what
they think of the caste system, because I'm really intrigued about it.
You ask
in
them
general.
that. Yeah, and you're also asking how could they hunt their own people, right, and then enslave them, whatever. And the general consensus and the general idea behind all of this is the dragonkin come from a different culture and from a different land. They are constantly attacked by Nosmer invaders, and they're constantly fighting with them. And the Nosmer invaders are constantly invading their lands, right, and taking the dragonkin as slaves. So they were kind of forced to adopt a warlike culture where only the strong survive. And from an early age, right, they are taught about honor and duty and how they have to be strong and protect their inherent values and their culture and their lands. So whenever you have dragonkin that kind of reject the caste system, in their eyes, it's like they're rejecting all of the dragonkin discipline and the honor and all of their culture as a whole, right? Everything that makes them strong, which then means that they are a weak element of their culture, right? And that's
Pretty much brainwashed.
Well, yeah, but
they're just raised differently.
It's what they think, right? Yeah, they're raised differently. They view dragonkin that abandoned the caste system, right, as weak links to their society, which could result in their society collapsing and eventually then succumbing to the Nosmer Empire, the great enemy, as they call them. Right?
I'm just going to share the classroom views on Nosmer Empire, like we are taught how evil they are, what they did to Mordor, and how I'm trying to connect our shared enemy of my enemy is my friend, basically.
They understand what the humans of Mordor are going through. Nobody knows better than them how the Nosmer Empire can be vicious and how problematic they can be. At the end of the conversation, you find out that the Nosmer Empire had recently suffered a great volcanic eruption, which caused chaos within their empire and basically obliterated a lot of their population, which has weakened them in a military sense. On the other hand, it has increased their hunger for slaves, right? And their attacks and raiding has never been as vicious, right? Almost reckless, right? At this point, for the Nosmer Empire, it's do or die. Either they get more slaves, or they're
trying.
Right?
Trying. Yeah.
You find common ground, and at the end of the day, in your heads, you are kind of like doubting, right? Do we really have to kill these guys, right? They didn't really essentially do any evil or harm to us, and they're just
I'm gonna attempt to recruit them.
But wait, maybe we can.
I asked
They
the guy.
already admire us for the bullshit we did, for which everybody else hates us.
Oh yeah, you can see, like, you started also talking about that, right? How did they hear about it and whatever, right? And you can see that a lot of the dragonkin realize, especially the soldier, that a lot of the dragonkin folk that belong to the higher castes, right, the nobility and religious people, right, the religious leaders, they are abusing the caste system, right, for their own benefit, and a lot of them realize this. It's just how they've lived for so long, and they've grown into this culture, and it's just the way they were raised, right? They don't really see. They don't really see any other way of living. It's just ingrained in their very nature, right? But they see, most of them, like, they see through the bullshit. So that's why they were like laughing, and they were kind of happy, right? That nobody, they wouldn't personally dare because of the repercussions, right? But they're happy somebody else did, right? Fuck up with them.
If you could change something, wouldn't you? So it would benefit your whole society.
Crusade starts today.
Not just
Crusade starts with it.
just those who pretty much abuse their power. My personal stand on this is maybe the ones who rejected your caste, maybe that is the reason they did.
The dragonkin that's talking to you, I'm not a great philosopher, and I will not go into the reasons why they did it. Is the caste system perfect? No, it is not. It is obvious that it is very flawed, but we have endured for centuries the Nosmer Empire and the Invade. Right? You have only, well, the humans, mortal, have only had to contend with the Nosmer recently. When they were weakened, we had to fight them off for centuries when they were strong, when they were powerful. We had no allies. I am a common soldier. My comrades are common soldiers, mercenaries. We cannot change anything.
My friend,
that's where you're wrong.
Just one spark is enough for a beautiful, raging fire.
There have been many in the past who have tried to change things only to end up alone, without anybody, forgotten in the sands of time.
I see.
The dragonkin have lived like this for as long as we remember. You may consider it too long, but there are certain aspects of your cultures, and yes, he's looking to you, that we as dragonkins find strange and would never adopt them, yet we do not judge.
I see. I mean, I would never be able to live as an elf.
He chuckles.
You do realize I was raised in Hadrimar, yeah?
He chuckles a bit. He says, would I be happier with a different job? Probably. Do I like my job? Most of the times, not. Do I have a family to raise? I do. Do I need the coin? I do. Am I very good at what I do? Yes, so are my comrades.
That's what we fear.
If there was a different way, I would love it. I personally think, and many of my comrades do so, also share my views and beliefs, that dragonkin fighting amongst each other is never a good thing. We should be one people, strong, helping each other, fighting the common enemy. Unfortunately, some of the dragonkin have chose a different path. And by the powers that be, this path is deemed dangerous and a problem for everybody else. That is where we come into the picture. We are the ones that do the things that most others do not. We are the reason why others can sleep peacefully at night. In a stable society, the world is an ugly place. And some people experience that ugliness more than others. The dwarven and the dragonkin culture actually have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
They both value family very much. Hierarchy, loyalty, and honor, like all of those are shared components between the two cultures, and that is the main reason why they get along with the humans of Lormar, because the humans of Lormar have the closest relationship with the dwarves of Hardrimar. So a lot of the dwarven culture actually spilled over into the human culture of Lormar, right?
Yeah.
So it's these shared values and interests that have allowed the three groups to get along so well and so easily. It is the same reason why none of these groups are good with any of the elven factions, right? Because elves are complete opposites. They are completely chaotic, right? They value individuals. They value freedom of thought, individual actions, right? Completely different, right? Yes, and also that, right? They always put the individual before others, right? They always put themselves. They're more narcissistic in nature than all the other cultures, right? So,
statistical maniacs. Fuckers. Oh, what?
I completely agree.
The adventurers eventually lead the dragonkin mercenaries to the troll caves. There, the mercenaries find the decomposing bodies of the dragonkin and the savage trolls. The adventurers manage to spin these findings into an interesting story. They present the whole situation as if the aspirants, who have been known to help the castless, might have found the troll cave and killed the trolls that were an obvious threat to the castless dragonkin. The mercenaries accept this reasoning almost too eagerly. They extend their offer for the adventurers to join their ranks, but they decline, stating that they must find Arakel's mentor first before they can return to Razax. As they part their ways, the adventurers learn that the mercenaries actually have an outpost near Filzar. After a few days of travel, the adventurers return back to Filzar. The next day, Essen returns. The adventurers explain to Essen what had transpired during his absence, from the dwarven ruins and how they fought with the dire spiders in Kugwor to how they dealt with the dragonkin mercenaries. Essen then mentions that he was actually in the town of Visnia, north of Filzar, while he helped a thieves' guild of sorts. For his help, he received rations, tools, and other necessities from the guild. To the delight of Orlos, he also received alcohol, large amounts of it. He then tells the adventurers that he had seen a dwarf in Visnia that might be Arakel's mentor. Both Bolin and Arakel decide to write him a letter, while Essen promises to use his contacts within the Thieves Guild to deliver the letter to him.
Are you finished with the letter? Can we go in the ruins now?
He hasn't even started writing.
I'll go and write the letter. I just need a
You finished writing. You finished writing. You need help. I can help you write it quicker.
Bolin.
Give it to me, lad.
Bolin does to be told. Bolin scribbles quickly a letter, right?
Just write it in Dwarven.
Yeah, in Dwarven too. Bathran Silverthane, right? He doesn't say like Arakel is reading this letter, And it doesn't say anything, right? How you survived the shipwreck. What happened with Kael'ren and the Voidbreakers? Why are you here? What did you do to get where you are? Nothing, like nothing. It just says, we are 3 days from Wisnia, in a little hamlet. Far away from everybody. There are dwarven ruins. Get your ass over here. That's it. Like, that's all it says, right? Oh yeah, and he adds P.S. We are not waiting for you. P.P.S. We are going into the ruins tonight.
P.P.S. They are beautiful.
Again.
P.P.S. Dwarven army is coming.
So, Oracle, do you want to send this letter or write your own?
Write my own.
Bolin, you see that he takes a letter, right, and he folds it, and you're like, yes, he's gonna send the letter, right, we're gonna go to the ruins, yes, and then he takes the quill that Essen gave you and another piece of paper, and he starts writing the long version, right?
I'm ignoring him completely.
And you're looking at him, right? You're looking at him like 2 centimeters from his head, right? You're just like that, right? And you're reading what he's writing, right? And as he's writing, you are realizing that you are wasting precious time that could be spent down inside the ruins. And you lose a sanity point. You lose a sanity point.
Stop wasting time.
Completely ignoring. Bolan protocols need to be followed. I do not know what you clerics are taught, but this is how we are doing things in Ecclesium. My mentor needs to know what happened.
You have just been preached by an elf.
You
How the dwarves of the Ecclesium do business.
Just one question for you.
You do not let this slide.
After Oracle finishes his letter, Essen promises to help the adventurers get back into the ruins and salvage what can be used, but only after he and his comrades that accompanied him to Wisnia had some rest. Bolin begrudgingly agrees and impatiently waits for tomorrow. In the meantime, Bolin holds a little ceremony in the middle of the hamlet and preaches to the dragonkin of Filzar about his faith. The following day, the adventurers go back into the ruins, this time accompanied with Essen and his dragonkin followers. After some time spent salvaging the ruins, Bolin discovers something very interesting.
You found, by some miracle still intact, little altar of the One.
I drop on my knees, you know, and how small is it?
You're gonna need about 3 or 4 people to get it out. It's made out of stone, right? And it's reinforced with adamantium. And a little bit of gold.
Then I'm hugging it and putting my head on it.
An altar, that's a weapon.
Can it be mounted on a cart so it's following me around?
Yeah. It would have to be a pretty sturdy cart.
No, not these ones, probably.
So we need a double-wheeled one, okay. I'm calling, like, oi! No regard to being, like, quiet. Oi!
Okay, I come rushing there.
The people come rushing, right? They think you're in danger, right?
Yeah.
And then you see Bolin hugging the stone altar.
Hurricane, come help me, lad! What are you waiting for?
I come close to inspect. Is this an altar of the One?
I'm ignoring it because too many people are going there, so I'm just...
Okay,
I'm helping him. I see the altar. I'm going to help.
Okay, you try and lift it up, but it's still too hard even for the 2 of you. It's massive, right? It's heavy.
Okay, this needs to wait. We need to clear everything out first, Bolin. But this is getting out.
Good luck! Good luck!
Wait? I'm waiting all the fucking time. Wait fuck off!
Patience is a virtue. The One granted you patience, use it.
Jesus preaching bastard.
You know it better than me.
Be gone!
Be gone, devil hell from my sight!
You don't wanna fucking help me, I'll do it alone.
You're not lifting that alone. You're not strong.
Oh, another insult.
I didn't say you're weak. I said you're not strong enough to lift it by yourself.
Just
boy,
insult
this
after
is,
insult.
oh yes, this is getting better and better.
I'm standing there on the side, just throwing in the comments. I'm there.
Like, you don't. Orlos, on the other hand, I grab him, can help with this.
So what? I'm stronger than him?
Come here, lad. You know, Orlas, you were always my favorite.
Oh man.
Okay, so Bolin goes out and starts yelling for Garvan to get over here, right?
What is it?
I need help.
It's an altar of the one.
Wait. Did you just see your fucking face when you were saying altar of the one?
Can't it wait?
That's what I said.
We have more important things here.
So thank you, Garvan. I cannot believe this. I'm agreeing with you.
You be gone too. You don't want to
I just stick my head out of that room and say, Garvan, you really don't want to help the little man?
You know what? You waited long enough. Fine, let's get it out.
Let's help the little man.
Alright, let's go.
Come on.
Okay.
No. You cannot fucking touch it. No.
Watch me. And I just lay hands on it.
Self-righteous bastard.
Bolin, what did he do?
He didn't want to fucking help me.
I said exactly the same thing in Garvan.
Bolin, look at him. How could he help you?
Oh really? This is how it's going to be.
Twig off an elf.
Okay, Garvan, I got an idea how we're gonna... Garvan,
You spend the next 5 hours getting the massive stone altar out of the ruins. You can see some of the dragonkin like doing this, right, while they're carrying multiple times, going back and then carrying like weapons, going around you into the tight caverns and corners and whatever, right? But you persist in it, right? Mainly because Bolin said multiple times, said, "Don't you fucking dare take this! Don't you fucking dare!" And after 5 excruciatingly long hours, you get the altar packed back into the hamlet. You are exhausted, hungry as hell.
We can have a meal, have a prayer, have a rest, and go back again. Maybe there is another one.
Oh, what?
I'm not carrying any more of these things out. I go to blacksmith before we go to the inn.
You go to the blacksmith and you see that most of the equipment is already there, right? And as soon as you come over there, he says, and points at you, and takes out and starts taking your measurements, right?
That's right.
Exactly. So he takes your measurements and he shows you this, and that's it. He eagerly, even though it's already like nightfall, he eagerly starts.
He couldn't wait to get the materials.
I take one water skin out and ask him, "You want some?"
He opens it up and smells like, and he says no, and he points like at the work, right? But he closes the water skin and leaves it somewhere close by.
Motherfucker! I start mumbling and I go from there, cursing at him obviously a lot.
Well, we need to pay for it somehow. Might as well with a drink.
Who brought that shit there?
The dragonkin did.
Obviously the dragonkin, and not you who were hauling the altar.
Just went to the bed and fell asleep immediately.
I'm going to Bolin now.
I
Okay,
managed to take off my armor, just fell asleep.
Okay.
little man, I helped you today. Bring your water skin here. Let's share it. You and me are drinking tonight again.
Do it, laddie, we got this beautiful gift from the one.
Since I heard that they are gonna go drinking, a flashback. There was a flashback in my...
Please tell me you are going to tell me that in my room. Please tell me that.
And what I'm gonna do is... I'm just gonna sit with them and just make sure that nothing bad happens.
Okay, as you are making sure that nothing bad happens, do you have a few drinks with them?
No.
Yes.
You know how it goes, peer pressure and everything, right? Bolin, you can roll an influence against Garvin's influence if you want to, kind of just like make him,
nudge him to the right way.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, just kind of, hey, have a few drinks with us, lady, if you want.
Come on, Larry, let's celebrate
Weabat
this
is there with
beautiful
us.
day.
Oh yeah, okay, if Weabat is there, he is sharing the drinks, obviously.
Yes.
Garvin,
Have a drink,
despite your better judgment and your resolve, you somehow, after a few hours, find yourself drinking with Bolin, Orlos, and Little Weabat. You actually had a grand old time, and after the dragonkin were finished, Essen and some of the dragonkin also joined you, right? And after a while, more dragonkin came in, and for the first time since you were here in Filzar, the whole inn was filled to the brim. There were dragonkin standing because they were
missing
obviously...
this.
Yes, you're missing that. You are missing that. You fucking bitch, you're missing that.
No, wait.
Oh, they're going to wake me up and drag me down.
I know.
No.
We are having such a great time. Everybody is having such a great time. I noticed that my friend is not there.
Okay.
I'm going to
Where are
wake
you
him
going?
up.
No, wait. I'm trying to influence you not to fucking wake him up.
Yeah, Bolan is upset on him. But
There is
he's
no
upset.
fucking way.
Influence me. I'm trying to influence you that we should get him to drink with us.
No.
You really want to bring him down here so he can lecture us about how drinking is bad, how are we not supposed to drink, how we need to go and meditate and relax before we go to the ruins again tomorrow? You really need that tonight?
You're right. You're right. You got the point there.
Got the point there, you're right. Yes, you're right.
Wake me the fuck up, I want to be part of this!
Carmen, I pour another one. If you wake him up, this is the last one.
I said you're right. You
Yeah.
can go and sleep. He wanted to sleep.
Exactly. So, Bolin, you are amazed
I
at,
tried.
at how well Orlos handled
tried.
this. You are amazed, right?
That's the argument.
That's my boy.
No, Bolan, this is the real power. Power of alcohol. Not the one, the alcohol.
The one
Daddy.
alcohol.
Listen here. What do you
I don't
think?
know, he starts preaching.
Who created the world for you to even enjoy alcohol?
I don't know.
It is by the grace of the one you're drinking it now.
Listen here.
It was by Essen's grace this time.
The god of death provided.
The god
So
of
you can
death.
enjoy.
I like god of death more.
Okay, so you continue on drinking. Everything is having a grand old time.
And alcohol is sleeping.
Aracle sleeps over like a log through all of it. There were songs, there was music, there were flutes.
In the morning,
No, it did not. It did not.
Listen. Listen here, lads. Listen here. I have a great idea. I think we should all gather like buckets and cloth, and we go and clean the altar. And I'm looking for a bucket and like a bit of cloth. Where are you, little lassie? Bring me a bucket of water and a cloth.
Nobody really takes you seriously, and nobody can really hear you through all the clamor, right, and all of what's happening. You see Paul aimlessly trying to find a bucket or whatever, and then after some time he forgets what he was even trying to do. You just rejoined him after a while back.
I have a better idea. We go back to the ruins.
maybe we skipped something.
Okay, so Bolin gets on one of the tables, right, and he starts shouting, "Hey lads! Who's up for another round at the ruins? There might be some interesting stuff we missed." And then Orlo starts yelling, "Hey, maybe there's more dwarven ale in there." And after he says that, like all the drinking, And you all start going out of the inn towards the ruins.
And somebody's still sleeping.
Bolin, Orlus, and Garvin wake up in the ruins. With no armor, no weapons, and no source of light, Orlus and Garvin start panicking after they hear strange noises. By some miracle, they find Bolin on their way out and avoid getting eaten by whatever is still inside the ruins. Arakel woke up and after realizing what was happening, started giving out to both his comrades and to Essen about their reckless behavior after finding them within the ruins and bringing them back to the surface.
You can see the vomit on Orlus, right, on all of his clothing, and then you see vomit on Garvin as well, right? Going all around, right? And then you see how Orlus is carrying Bolin on his shoulder, right? And Bolin's beard is now also filled with vomit as well. It's not a nice sight.
Not only he is mine own as well.
It's not a nice sight.
Arakel, where were you last night?
Get your fucking asses out of here!
We had the best night ever, man. Arakel, you won't believe, Garvin had his first drink last night. And the second, and the fifth,
I'm like just slowly breathing in and out.
Just to let you know,
Trying to compose myself.
Orlos, it was not my first drink.
First with a good company.
You go back to the hamlet, and you can see that the dragonkin are all there, right? A little worse for wear, but everybody is there.
I'm asking Essen, anyone missing?
Are they gathered outside for the morning prayer? As I see the sign of the dragonkin gathered there, let me go, laddie. They're here for the prayer.
I just go and throw him down. I just throw him under the altar.
You put him down, and Bolin is like, yes, lads, we shall start our morning prayers now. And they're looking at you like, no. And Essen comes to you, Bolin, is like, hey, Bolin, I think you should kind of wash yourself before that.
Enjoy your filth, you fucking swine!
No.
I go to
You
Arakel.
fucking deserve this!
I-
you
No,
sons of
we
bitches.
will wash in that room. It'll just take a while.
I say to Arakel, first you missed the party last night, and now
Oh,
you are
you
missing.
do have-
Now you are missing the prayer with Bolin.
You have
Really,
purposely
Arakel?
endangered all of the lives here.
No,
Shame on you.
No.
Shame on you, and especially on you, Bolin. I did not expect you to make the same mistake twice. You are now you were almost responsible for possible deaths of all of these villagers here.
I don't know what you're on about, laddie. It's
Ask
obvious that
everybody.
the one protected everyone here.
ask everybody who was there. Everybody had a good time. Don't be upset on us because you overslept it.
Aye. Only because
I do
you're
not care about
like
the
a little
party.
elven girl, you needed to go to sleep when the chickens go.
Saying this,
Couldn't handle a real man's party.
I'm losing 3 sanity points from this.
Oh.
Definitely losing sanity points.
I go to where, but is he up already
No.
or still dead?
No, yeah, but he's still sleeping, right? He's a small
Yeah.
fella and he is
Bum, bum.
knocked cold.
I slept a couple of times to wake him up.
Yeah, he
sounds
slowly wakes up, right?
Alright, where but is alive, guys?
Arakel, it sounds to me like we could use a drink.
Yeah, do we have any left?
Unfortunately, no.
Really?
No.
Yikes.
Oh shit!
You can literally
I know where
see
we
the
can
smoke
find-
coming out of Araka's face, how he's much pissed on you all.
Those 10 to 12 dragonkin that were having a party yesterday with you, right? You drank it all.
Hey, Garvin, I left one water sack of alcohol with the blacksmith for safekeeping. You know, I had a feeling what's gonna happen. Let's go and take it.
No. We
Bolin,
enjoyed last night. He should enjoy
Orlus,
too.
if you take that bottle, I'm going to cut off your hands. You basking in the alcohol like little swines. Look what you're doing. Look how you look.
Look at me dancing, Elf. I'm so nice. My hair is so clean. Like.
God. Oh God. Please be the one. If I do not smite you all right here, right now.
A real man need real fun, right?
Essen comes to you, right? Because you're arguing in front of all the dragonkin. It's like, yo, hey, lads.
Yeah, my head hurts as well. Yeah.
Yeah, can you kind of take it somewhere else? We're gonna wash our equipment. And
I'm sorry.
and also Oracle, yeah, I get what you're coming from, right? And I agree.
And you allowed this. You allowed this.
Tone it down a bit, yeah. So, while I agree that going to the inn and to the ruins in retrospect wasn't the best of ideas,
I leave you for one night.
Use my influence.
You have to realize we all sometimes need to take off steam, right? And
endangering your own and the lives of others is a way to do that.
Hey,
This is why we left him to sleep.
the inn was filled with people and everybody was merry. That was my dream. It was my dream.
Beautiful laddie. It was so happy.
Just let it slide. Obviously, we are not going to be repeating this so soon, but I am very, very glad that we could share this night together. And after everything that has happened, and after all the hardships that the dragonkin and my fellow comrades went through, I'm glad that we had some fun. I'm glad that that the inn was filled and that it was merry. Yes, we should probably ensure somehow maybe closing the gates next time and barricading them with something that we won't be able to open them, right? In case we get any more smart ideas. But yes, you all go to the back room.
Since we are washing in the back, and obviously Arakald is not. I'm telling the lads, listen, lads. Maybe if we do not mention this party we had anymore in front of the Arakald, because I can see how jealous he is because he did not participate.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's just not get on his nerves anymore, because I think as an elf, right, and he grew up in the dwarven city, he had no one on his own, not his family, and he must feel left out again, so let's just not go there. I can see how much it hurts him,
But imagine if he came down last night, started preaching. Oh my god, we would beat the hell out of him.
I'd fucking kill myself.
Imagine entire inn beating one elf. That would be hilarious.
It's like a fucking piñata.
Oh my god! Oh boy! Okay, with that we will end the session.
No.
Oh yes.
I just started.
Oh god!
Come on.
Okay, we will end the session with this. I hope you had a few good laughs watching this. I know we certainly did. There hasn't been any combat encounters, but hey, that's tabletop role-playing games, right? And sometimes that happens, and it's not necessarily. It's not exactly. It's not necessarily a bad thing. So, anyhow, for those interested in Rod's combat, right, and how we handle combat, there's lots of videos. There's lots of videos on YouTube already who demonstrate our combat mechanics. So. Yeah, go watch those. We'll see about the next session. We'll see how that'll go. Maybe that'll be the end of the chapter. We'll see if it is. There's gonna be some new things coming.
First time mentioning chapters.
Yes, I am the first time mentioning chapter. I will not elaborate any further. I will speak about chapters more. Possibly after, possibly in a separate video. Not ones that involve sessions, right? So we'll see about that. So once again, I hope you had a good time watching this. I hope we made you laugh, and we'll see you next time. Godspeed, adventurers.
Remember.
No.
One more thing.
No.
Come on.